Welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam and I'm outside. I'm encouraging you to experience spring in whatever form it looks like. That's right. We're not quite there. According to the calendar, it's still winter. But we were teased just a little over the last week with some above seasonal temperatures and a lot of rain, a lot of precipitation. Now that did wonders for taking the amount of snowfall. In fact, you can see here that I'm along the shores of Heart Lake, and I miss walking out on the lake, but it's just not safe. So the shoreline has started to pull away. Some of that is just to radiant heat, and a little bit is due to the warmer melting runoff. So I'm a little off trail, and that's okay, because where the snow has receded right down to the ground, which is warm. I mean, it's not warm to the touch, but it's soft. I mean, my boots are leaving an impression. What I'm out here doing is taking advantage of newly revealed seasonal evergreens. So this is wintergreen, one of my staples for forest tea, and that is a wintergreen berry. That's right. It's got a lovely sort of peppermint taste, a little sweet, and it is a staple for a lot of our wintering friends. So things like turkey and grouse, deer, mice, moles, voles, chipmunks, squirrels, those kinds of things would rely on these little caches. And now that we've got parts of the shoreline that are newly exposed, I am one of many people that are looking forward to finding that little red berry. But the leaves themselves add a fantastic flavor to my my afternoon teas. So spring for me, I know I was teased, is the melting of snow, and it's also maple syrup season. Yeah, I can smell it. I wish I had smell-o-vision in this format, but there are a number of backyard producers. I drive past many a property with buckets, even some that larger productions with lines, blue lines going from maple tree to maple tree. Now, the key there is to make sure that, yeah, you do in fact have maple trees. And for the best results, people know to put their taps. That's a half-inch hole, about 4 inches in, on the south side, where that part of the tree is going to be a little warmer. The sap is going to be flowing a little more productively. It's these early saps that will produce the highest concentration of sugars. And I've participated in many programs at a number of facilities, introducing maple syrup to students and adults. I have the pleasure of working with a number of international staff who also are absolutely amazed that we can take something from nature and produce one of Canada's major exports. So for me, it's also just in terms of the wildlife. There are some wells that are starting to produce around the tree. Again, that's radiant heat, melting the snow around the base of that tree. But the wildlife, I'm starting to see changes in behaviors of birds. The crows are starting to gather in pairs. Some of the smaller birds, they're not traveling in as many flocks, starting to look for new territories. I've heard barred owls calling out and setting up territories. And the woodpeckers, they're starting as well. So there's a change in wildlife. And I've also seen some new members of the forest community return after Torpor. I've seen a number of skunk. We had a raccoon at our feeder the other night. So we haven't seen these animals for quite some time. So that was just a hint. Now the weather is going to return back to seasonal norms. As we're expecting some frigid temperatures to return. So we're about 4 to 6 weeks away. So it was a tease. It was nice. And I've seen the impact, and I'm hearing the impact. I'm smelling the impact. And after a couple of weeks of boiling down some sap, we'll get to taste spring. So no matter what spring looks like to you, go outside, listen, smell, look, be aware, and notice changes. So again, we're about 4 to 6 weeks away from actual bona fide spring. But it is a season of change, season of growth, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, but I'm still here to appreciate what's left of winter. So I haven't put away my toque just yet. All right, please go outside, be aware, be mindful, be present, enjoy it. I'll talk to you again real soon. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate that. Bye.